Many already know that the Democratic National Committee election was a real clown show. I mean, when David Hogg comes off as the most reasonable person in the room, you know you have serious problems. And yes, this is the same David Hogg that swore up and down that he could never be a politician because he was too toxic. At any rate, Dr. Quintessa Hathaway presented what was easily the most interesting speech, and we're going to listen to it. And I mean, listen. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With cold, blunt analysis cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's time for the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
This Thursday, April 3rd, 2025 at 8 p.m. Central Time, tune into this channel for an interview with Dominic Black, who was the kid that loaned Kyle Rittenhouse his rifle that fateful night in Kenosha. Dominic has had his fair share of struggles, and he's going to come on here and talk about his life before and after the shootings. You really don't want to miss that. Okay, so here she comes.
Next, we will hear nominating statements for Dr. Quintessa Hathaway. I ask Dr. Hathaway and her speakers that they join us, and the 10-minute window will begin once your first speaker begins.
I don't know if it's nervousness, but she is not in a good mood here. I mean, smile a little. This is all about the future and hope and brightness. Oh my God. I mean, she looks madder than hell. Remember, you're trying to get the party nomination. You want people to like you. She looks around the room like she's surveying a bar for a future mafia hit.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
No, this is not a musical performance that was a part of the program. This is her speech, or part of it.
We shall overcome today. Oh, I do believe we shall overcome today.
That was local, but not in an entertaining way.
All that I am and will ever be is because of the life and legacy of my late mother, Miss Joanne Hathaway.
Now, she said, all that I am or ever will be is due to my late mother. And I think she's going to mention her father, too. Remember that.
My late father, Mr. Andrew Jackson Pride. My grandparents, Mr. and Mrs. Joe Miller and Willie Mae Hathaway. My paternal grandparents, Mr. General Jackson Pride, Ms. Laura V. Beatty Pride. And for the ancestors, for who this day is truly dedicated to, that have allowed all of us to assemble here together, both red, yellow, black, and white.
Yellow? Do Asians like being referred to as yellow? I didn't think so. I mean, I wouldn't want to be called yellow if I was an Asian. But I do find it interesting that she at least included white people. That won't last long.
All precious in the divine sight. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge that this is African American History Month, and we are so grateful to the late ancestor, Dr. Carter Godwin Woodson, who is considered the father of African American history, for laying the foundation for which all of us have been laid upon. I'd like to acknowledge my family, my church family in Nashville, Tennessee, Jackson Street Church of Christ, my tribe, both of my alma maters, the Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi, Tennessee State University, and all that I am and will ever be is because they poured into me, and I am eternally grateful.
Wait, so all she is or ever will be is because of her colleges? Okay, that's not what we heard before. But this has gone on long enough. Tell us what it is you want to do here. You don't need to kiss your ancestors' asses. They're dead. They're not listening.
The pulse and power of the Democratic Party is held in the African American vote.
Wait, so the power of the Democratic Party is held in the African American vote? Well, what about white and yellow and red? What happened to them? And this is what really bothers me, is this whole notion that somehow diversity, equity, and inclusion is only for black people. They completely forget about all the other races. It's only about themselves.
I have coined the term the Second Civil Rights Movement. This movement resembles the Southern movement of the 1950s and 1960s, and a fusion of allocation and power and the bedrock of social activism of its time. The first civil rights movement has its geographical roots in cities like Greenville, South Carolina, Montgomery, Alabama, Selma, Alabama, Atlanta, Macon, Jackson, Mississippi, Oxford, Mississippi, Memphis, and Nashville, Tennessee, and even a place that I came through for almost 13 years, Little Rock, Arkansas, and thank you to the Little Rock Nine.
Again, black communities. What about red? What about American Indians, Native Americans? You know, they had it kind of bad here too, and in fact, I think they had it worse. We slaughtered them, literally killed millions, either through war or disease. And along with it, tremendous losses of property, starvation, and they don't care. It's only about themselves. And by the way, much of the country was built on the backs of the Chinese. They got left out of this too.
Disenfranchisement has ripped across the southern region of the United States of America. There's cracking and packing that has been happening not only in metropolitan Nashville, Davidson County, but also in Pulaski County, where Little Rock is the county seat.
What's cracking and packing? I don't know.
In both of those locations, they were divided into 3 separate congressional districts, and there are lawsuits that are pending right now in both of those regions. We cannot forget that racial and partisan gerrymandering is what is causing us to be at a loss when it comes to us having the majority in the U.S. House of Representatives.
Wait, so this is about gerrymandering? You're running for the DNC position to fix gerrymandering? All you're doing is just complaining. They want somebody who's going to take the party forward, work on those things that it can fix. And all you're doing is just griping about the wrongs that have been inflicted on you and forgetting all the wrongs that have been inflicted on others. Wounded knee? Who cares, right?
The Republicans are stealing seats. They are suppressing the vote throughout the United States. But I'm crazy enough to believe that the concentration is mostly being felt throughout the southern United States of America. There's ongoing conversation about going into rural America to go get out the vote. I want to encourage all to make sure that you journey down to the poverty-stricken Mississippi Delta in the South. Go to Greenville and Leland, Mississippi. Go to Blytheville, Arkansas, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Go tell the people of how the South will rise anew.
Hey, what about the Indian reservations in Arizona in North Dakota. If she thinks she knows poverty, well, she's in for a surprise. I think one of the Indian reservations up in North Dakota has an average lifespan of like 47 years. These are communities that are extraordinarily isolated. Life is really hard, but she doesn't care. They're not black. So all you American Indians out there that think that people like her are carrying your torch, forget it.
Go tell Governor Lee to give Tennessee State Universities $2.1 billion. Go tell all the governors that HBCUs are due their financial monies.
Again, you're running for a DNC. Is this an issue for the Democratic National Committee? I figured she'd be talking about things like deportations and abortion, the economy, crime, those things. She's really running for DNC to carry the water for HBCUs in her state?
Go tell the people. Go tell the people that a movement for reparations is already here and we want our just due. Go tell the people of the Earth Circuit that you cannot file lawsuits under Section 2 of the 1965 Voting Rights Act, that racial discrimination in voting practices can no longer be addressed. Go tell the people of Pulaski County and other areas throughout this country about the cracking and packing and dilution of their votes. Go tell the people in the state of Mississippi that a felon can no longer have suffrage rights for the rest of their life. Go tell the people. Go tell the people.
This obnoxious go tell the people thing, it's really popular among speakers. It's not creative. To begin every sentence with the same beginning is tiresome.
In the state of Louisiana, that now they have a black opportunity district. Go tell the people in Alabama that they have a new black congressional opportunity district. In the words of Miss Fannie Lou Hamer, my people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. We are sick and tired of being the last one hired and the first one fired.
Okay, you're sick and tired of being the first one fired. You know, I don't know if that's a very good platform to run on. That seems embarrassing. I wouldn't want to claim that. But there's one thing about my people you got to understand is that we're the first ones fired. I mean, really? Your zest to being a victim compels you to sabotage your own image? That's really sad. Well, no, it's not sad. It'd be sad if it was affecting me.
We are sick and tired of the word white, working class being a code word for whiteness. We are tired, and this is our time for us to rise up. One people, one nation, under the vine, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was extremely uncreative. A cliche. One nation, indivisible, really? You're going to end with that?
I'm asking for your vote to be the next DNC chair. I hope my words were well received. And even though I know that there's a coalescence right now around the Ben, Ken, and O'Malley show, in similar words to the great freedom fighter, Mr. Fred Hampton, you may not vote for a revolutionary, but you cannot stop the revolution.
So what's the revolution? She doesn't even describe it. Okay, I didn't realize it at first, but she was running for DNC chair. Oh my God. If she had won, can you imagine what she would have done to the Democratic National Committee? She's a one-trick pony, and you know what that trick is. Like my video and subscribe to my channel.